Hey everybody, if you remember last year I made a calendar which proved to be very popular. Well, I've done the same for this year, obviously, 2020, although I've actually done two. This one is like last year's, which is a mixture of all my types of images all put together. This one is just motorcycles. I think this is something that a lot of people wanted me to do. The motorcycles that I've got in here are ones I own, have owned, or have ridden. These are both available on my Etsy store now. I only have 10 of each to start with. Obviously I will get more as orders come in, but because I don't know which one's going to be more popular, I've started off with 10 of each, and then I'll order as required to make sure that I keep up with demand. They come with free P&P in the UK. I'm afraid if you're overseas there is an additional charge for the postage. Now, because I've made two of them, naturally someone asked me, well, are you going to do a deal if you buy both? I tried to do this, I looked into it, see if I could do it, but the logistical problem is this. I send them in these jiffy bags to protect them, and I can only fit one in here. It's just not going to happen to get two in there without possibly damaging them, so I don't want to do that. So there is no economy of scale for me, so I can't do a deal on two together. But, because I do want to offer something, if you buy two of these together, one of each or two of the same, I'm going to include a pair of my Spicy110 stickers just as a little added bonus. Also, when it comes to adding them to the store, I have to allocate an amount to an item, and it's going to complicate things if I have to have like individuals and then pairs, but then they're the same stock with their own different numbers. It's really going to complicate things, so I can't do that, I'm afraid. I did try. I can do that as an added bonus. Now, you will see, I have not posted any of the pictures that are inside these calendars onto the Etsy store, and if you don't want to see what's in them, because we did this last year, if you want it to be a surprise, then you should probably stop watching now and head over to the Etsy store. For people who want to see what's inside these before they buy one, then this is where you can see that. If you don't want to see what's in these calendars, switch away now and go to the store and grab one. Right, so the front cover, a bit like last year's. I wanted my logo to stand out, but it is actually a different picture behind. And on the rear, I love this picture, so I wanted to use it. Right, so let's get on to the inside. So, January is a nice welding image, as you can see. By the way, the calendar part looks like this for each month. So, January. There's February, which is a nice sunset on the island. Then we have March. Oh yeah, this is actually a drawing I did a few years ago, and I always wanted to incorporate it into something at some point, and it reproduced so well I was like, yeah, let's do that. I thought it would be pretty cool. Then into April, again, Hailing Island, nice beach. And then into May. I have included insects in this year. I took the hint from last year and I've not used any that are too offensive. I don't think too many people are bothered by butterflies. But yeah, there's a common blue. Then Metalworks, I've included a picture of one of the dragonflies that I made. I really should make more of these, but it's just, I haven't had the time. They're very time consuming. Then July, another welding image. And this might confuse some people to sort of, work out what this thing is. It's pretty mad. But I wanted to go with something quite sort of abstract, but interesting. Then we got August, just August for you, isn't it? Summertime, rolling hills, out on the bike. I like that one. September. September for me makes me think of wasps, honestly. And this is actually a picture of a wasp's nest close up, and you can see all the individual different colours of wood that they chewed and then sort of turned into their nest. I did a video taking this apart actually. I don't know if many people saw that, but I thought it was such a nice abstract image, and to many people, they'll be like, is it a landscape? Is it what? And if you then say no, that's actually a wasp's nest, they're going to be like, what? So yeah, I thought that was a cool one to do. October, the time now, storms. It's exactly what we've got going on today. In black and white. November, I had to go with something classic for November, so a long exposure of fireworks. And then December is Derek in the snow. You see, it actually is snowing in this picture. This was filmed a few hours before the video where I ended up crashing. But yeah, that is the standard calendar. So if that's the one you're after, there you go. As I said, there's no majorly scary, creepy crawlies in it. Then for the motorcycles one, I don't know which one's going to be more popular. It'll be interesting to see. So we have a Derek on the front page taking proud place. Another picture I thought I'd use on the back, which has actually got DIVI in it, if you look. It's in my visor. Let's get to the inside. So, January is DIVI, the beloved DIVI. Then into February is Jesse, my old Sinis Apache. That's a picture I took many years ago, actually. It came out so well that I thought, oh, let's use that. It's a good one. Then March, one of my most favourite bikes that I have actually reviewed. This was the BMW R9T, and it was just such a nice picture. I thought, I've got to use that, and I think a lot of people like the looks of this bike. This is the problem with doing the bike ones, you see. I was going to use the Katana in this, and I was like, oh, I don't know. When it comes to looking at the bike, some people are funny about that one, so I've tried to keep with ones that people like. April is the Vonda. This is Baron's old bike that was then bought by Ads World. I actually got to ride this bike at one point. I was very lucky. But I know it's known to a lot of people, and I thought, well, considering it's something that I've ridden and a lot of people know it, and it's a good picture, let's include it. Then May is a Suzuki GSX S1000. That was just a nice picture. Then June, the CBR 500R. With a Reno on it. Yes, I've included Reno in this because she deserves some recognition. And I don't think many people are going to complain about Reno being included. Then going into July is the Suzuki GSX 1000RR. Or is it the GSX R 1000R? Okay, it's the double R, it's the fancy one. Again, I've reviewed that bike. And it was a lovely place I took that picture. I think it's a very pretty looking bike. August, the BMW S1000RR from a couple of years ago. I really liked the shape and the colour scheme of this one. It was a classic. I had a lot of fun on that bike. September, the Commando, because I had so much fun from this bike. I really do miss it, and I think it probably will remind people of some fun videos, like when I took it green laning. October, Lamb Chop rides Beast. I was very lucky enough to actually get to ride this bike, and I have made a video on it with him. Such a great looking bike that I thought, let's include that. And then into November, the Ducati Scrambler. Again, that was a really fun, memorable bike for me, and I thought it just made a really nice picture. And December, again it's Derek, but this time in the snow. Okay, so as I say, these are available on my Etsy store now. If you would like to grab one, I would really appreciate the support. I hope people who bought one last year enjoyed it enough that they're like, yeah, I want another one of those for this year. As I say, if you buy two of them at the same time, two of one or one of each, I will include a pair of my stickers for free, just to say thank you. And I'll remind you to say I'll only have 10 of each to start with, but when they run out, I'll get more in. So I'm going to continue to keep these in stock until probably mid-December. But if you happen to go to the site, to my Etsy store and find it's out of stock, I should have more within about 3 days at most. I suspect the first lot probably will sell out quite quickly, which is great because I can get another load in and we'll just keep going like that. It's just a way that I don't have to buy too much stock and risk having many left over. So there you go. Huge thanks to my Patreon supporters. They will actually be getting this video 3 days before everyone else, so there is the opportunity that they might grab the first 20, sorry, so you know there's 10 of each, but I will get more as soon as I can to replace them, so I make sure they're in stock, and I'll notify you of when I restock the store on my social media. Although if you follow my Etsy store, it'll actually email you, I think, when it comes back in stock. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye. If you enjoyed this video and the other content on the channel, please consider following the links in the description to show your support.